Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. And in the background, it's boring, but it's basically what I've been doing, so it's kind of what I have to show you. It's Squad Battles gameplay. It's all on Legendary with the Championship team. Top comment, actually, is looks like my red pick Mitrovic will actually be useful. And then update, he was absolutely dreadful, and he was replaced after 2 games. Don't use Mitrovic. Yeah, he gets subbed out in this, or got subbed out, because I've done it now, in all 5 games after about 3 in-game minutes, because he's literally a barge sinking off the Isle of Wight. He is awful. So he's just gone. He's only there because I needed to make up the numbers, right? I probably should have just gone with a silver with a bit more pace or something, but he's just so bad. That being said, I don't want to be negative about it, because actually, I like being positive this year, because everyone else is negative, so I thought I'd just be positive. It's a negative comment, but it's not, right? So, Sean says that the series has shifted slightly, and at the start, I was saying that I was going to be a Gold 1 Elite 3 player this year, which I still believe I could be. But then he says that now it just seems that you're going for the safe Gold 3 every week. It's meant to be a road to glory, not road to average. He goes on to say that he's not hating and so on, and I appreciate your comment. Obviously, you've done it in a grown-up way as opposed to just calling me a bellend. But road to glory is a broad term, because it's not. Given the choice, I wouldn't call it a road to glory. It's just what people know the sort of journeyman series to be. People search up road to glory, so you kind of have to call it a road to glory. It's not me saying, I want to be the best I can be. I just want to play this game and have a bit of fun. And if I'm not having fun, or I've had enough, that's what I want to do. You've got plenty of other YouTubers out there who will strive to be the best they can be in Weekend League, and they will go and set themselves a target, like, right, I want to hit Elite 3 this year, and they won't stop until they get it, or they won't stop all year, maybe they don't hit it at all, but either way, they will continue to do it. I'm not saying I won't go for Gold 1 Elite 3 at any point, and to be fair, I probably should have kept playing this week, because the Team of the Week is stacked. However, I don't feel bad about it, because I was having fun playing. The gameplay was a little bit irritating, but generally speaking, I'd had fun, and I'd sort of come to the end, and I was like, you know what, I'm happy to stay there. Gold 3 can give us some crazy good rewards. Last year, it was called Road to Glory, and I think I finished Gold 2 once, and Gold 3 the rest of the time. Sometimes we just finished at Silver 1, because I hated the game, and we still packed Ronaldo 3 times, and had an unbelievable team at the end of it. So, just because we're not hitting Gold 1 or Elite 3 every week, it doesn't matter, And I apologise if you just want to see me every week bust a gut to try and finish all my games and to finish as high as I possibly can. But it's just, I'm not that kind of person, If I'm not enjoying myself, I'm going to stop doing it, It's just the way that it is. I apologise, but there'll always be good rewards to watch, or at least rewards to watch. And there'll always be some sort of competition on the go, whether it be a draft, whether it be Weekend League, whether it be Rivals, and all the objectives that they've introduced now. And that's another thing as well, Me stopping at 14 wins just gives me more time to do objectives, which means we can hit Politanos, and we can do Barbus, and go for icons and stuff. If I was playing full 30 games every weekend, it would just take away from Rivals, and it would take away from objectives, therefore. I say that as if I finish every objective that they drop. I don't, and that's kind of where it comes in, because every other week I've actually played a lot more than 14 games or whatever it may be. So, yeah. Mark Snowden says, great to see someone positive about the game. I won't mention the YouTuber's name, but it's pretty obvious who it is at this point. Watched blah blah blah's stream last night, where he bitched and moaned about the game and the content for 4 hours solid like a spoilt 8-year-old. It was frankly embarrassing. Keep up the good work. I am not going to sit here and bash another streamer / YouTuber. That's for you in the comments or anyone else to do. But there is a massive amount of negativity about the game right now, content in general, and it made me laugh, right, that Bateson has just come back from the US and obviously hasn't been on the game properly for a few days because he's been in Vegas and such, and he's literally just tweeted about how there is an overwhelming amount of objectives to do because he hasn't been on the game in a couple of days. And then you've got the flip side of the coin where there are other content creators saying how, oh, they've only released this SBC today, no new objectives. Oh, what a letdown. And it's like, hang on a minute. It's just, which one is it? Is it overwhelming, or is there not enough content there? I looked at that SBC yesterday, the Willian SBC, which we'll look at today, by the way, and I looked to see if there were other objectives and such, and there weren't. And I was thinking, do you know what? We've got a lot here. We have a lot, so there was no surprise to me that they didn't drop anything else. That Willian SBC, they dropped. Everyone knew that was coming. We'll have a look at that in a second. But, I'm just trying to be as positive as I can be, because I actually like the game. Yeah, it's got flaws, we know this, but on the whole, I think they're doing a relatively good job. As we load in to Ultimate Team now, I'm not saying, like I said, that they've done the best job that they can do, and there are definitely things they need to improve on, and the servers are the biggest thing, and I will complain about the game from time to time, but on the whole, I honestly think people just expect too much. And it's not that, that argument of, the mentality of, well, last, 4 or 5 years ago or something, we didn't have any of this, so now we should be grateful we have it. I think people say that a lot, and people disagree with them saying it, but I am in the camp of, do you remember FIFA 13 and how bad it was, and look how far we've come? Yeah, they could do a lot more, but they do need to stretch it out a bit, because if they were to go right next year, say FIFA 2021, FIFA 21, then when that drops, if they were to introduce 6 or 7 new things, next year they have to come up with even more, because people are going to get used to it, so they need to stagger it. I reckon this year they probably thought, right, we've got this new feature we want to implement. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll save it for 21, because if we put it in now, we'll have to think of something else to put in the year after. So they try and stagger it. And so far, in my opinion at least, they've done a relatively good job with the content. We've had, price on him, a little bit silly. We've had Player of the Month Bundesliga, Player of the Month Premier League, and now we've got the French League Player of the Month as well, and we've had MLS Player of the Month. That's 4 different cards every single month. Okay, the MLS is finished now, so we're not going to get that for a while, but that's 3 fresh cards a month from each league. We've been given stuff like this. We had Willian yesterday. We've got the icon swaps, which is always something to grind for. There's just so much to do on the game, and people are still complaining that, oh, I'm bored. Well, they can't cater to everyone. And then when people do complain, I'm going off on a rant now and I apologise. People do complain that there's nothing to do. And then when they drop stuff to do, they go, oh, well, that's not worth it. Or that's a chore. That's not fun to grind. That's a chore. What's fun to grind compared to a chore? There must be such a fine line there. But anyway, I digress. I'm complaining about people complaining. I'm not complaining about the game. This is Willian. Everyone was saying, who the hell voted for Willian? Me, twice. So yeah, you could probably blame me. They probably took my 2 votes and was like, that'll do. We'll give Willian. I don't know of anyone else who voted Willian. Let me know in the comments. Did you vote Willian or did you vote Vinicius? The reason I voted Willian, by the way, was not to be different or edgy. It was because Willian was the only player out of the 2 that would have actually fit my team, and it's a good card, right? So Chelsea are, I think, more or less through to the next round. They would need a favourable draw, in my opinion, to progress past the first knockout stage. Because despite the fact that they are playing very well this season, considering the squad that they have, I think stretching across the league and the Premier League... nope, that's the same league. Stretching across the Premier League and the Champions League, especially against much greater opposition that they've faced so far... Because they've got very much a Europa League group, in my opinion. When I first looked at it, I thought that could easily be a Europa League group, you know what I mean? So if they come up against a top dog in the next round, I don't think they stand much of a chance. But you never know, this is football, right? I hope they do go relatively far. A, this card would be brilliant, and B, it's nice to see Frank Lampard doing well, because no one gave him a cat's chance in hell. And I'm a Liverpool fan saying that, by the way. 4-star, 4-star. High work rate's a little bit annoying, but if they progress through the groups, that goes to an 86 instantly. That is such a good upgrade, because let's be honest, and I picked this card out before the game came out in the demo. Was it the demo? When we got the cards, basically, I had a look at it. I thought, you know what, Willian's a bit of a beast. Willian looks really good. Assuming ball control and agility were going to be the be-all and end-all this year, which I wasn't too far off in my prediction, this card is actually, at an 84 rated, a very good card that you very rarely see in anyone's team. So yeah, but the other one is an 84 rated, but he's still a very good card. This is a great card. I like it a lot, and 86 rated for going through the group, can't knock that. Am I going to do it? Probably not. I like it. I do like it, but I don't. It just doesn't fit. Like, he's the only one who does. I've just contradicted myself massively. He doesn't fit
naturally. I mean, that's my team. It doesn't fit naturally. I'd have to move things around a little bit, rejig a few things here or there. I think that's the style. So I'm not using wingers, right? So yeah, okay, he does fit in a sense, because we could go to a 4-4-2, for instance, and then we could put him on the right side and he would link up with Firmino and with Lucas, for argument's sake. Or we could get rid of Lucas and put Willian in there. We could get rid of Firmino and put Willian in there instead. We could make it work. It's not the end of the world. But I love Alan, right? And Alan needs to stay. These two need to stay. So it then becomes like, hang on, too many bodies, right? So let's just go to a 4-4-2, just for argument's sake. So let's go and get the concept. Oh, hello. Let's go and get the concept for Willian. Oh, I've gone for gold. I'm such an idiot. Right, so there's his concept, right? Standard card's 82, which I think is a good card. That's a nice upgrade. We pop him in there. And now, all of a sudden, we've got ourselves... I tell you what, that works, doesn't it? It doesn't work because of him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We would need to swap out either Insigne, Allen, or Mertens. One of them needs to go. And I love Allen. He has to stay. I like Mertens and I like Insigne. If I had to choose one of those two to get rid of, it would be Insigne. I'm not sure of another way I could make this work. I'm thinking if I take out Lucas and maybe... Could I do it any other way? Could that mean... If I could put... Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I can't do an if because that doesn't work there. It's just... Maybe in a different formation it works. But it's very... It's one of those sort of semi-difficult things to work out. I probably could work it out. And I wouldn't rule me out... I wouldn't rule it out me completing this. That makes more sense. But I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. We've got a little while to think about it, though, right? I mean, when does that SBC expire? We've got 6 days to think about it. So I want to open rewards first. There are a couple of players within that team of the week that have just been announced. That's probably already out for you as you're watching it. Watching this, rather. There are a few players that I wouldn't mind getting. Ricardo Pereira at right back would be a sexy player. I'm guessing he's not in concepts just yet. We'll have a look. Would he be in concepts yet? Do they put concepts in at 3, or do they just put it in as soon as it's announced? Let's have a look, because we can have a look at the card, because I haven't actually looked at the card yet. Ricardo Pereira concept. No, they've not put it in concepts yet, so I don't know. I mean, let's just have a look to see what the standard card looks like, actually, because then we can maybe just make a guess as to what that inform would look like. So, instantly, he's got the stamina, he's got the pace, he's got the reactions and the composure. The defensive stats not too bad. I mean, this is just the base. This goes up by 2 overall as well. Fingers crossed EA actually give it a 2 overall. Hopefully he goes to 80 balance, and hopefully he goes above 80 agility. That makes him, in my opinion, better than Kyle Walker. Because Kyle Walker's agility is abysmal, his balance is terrible, and his composure isn't there. That card isn't a bad card. I'm not sitting here and saying that I hate it. It doesn't, because I get forward a lot with my fullbacks. Kyle Walker does let me down in terms of mobility. If we look at Jordi Alba, and I've been through this, I mean, look at the state of that. The dribbling stats on him are brilliant. Anything over 80 for stand tackle and interceptions is good enough for a full-back in this game, in my opinion. I just need a body back there to get in the way. I don't need him to be making crazy good challenges or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm all right with it. I think Ricardo Pereira could be a purchase. I don't really want to have to buy him, because I've got a funny feeling he's going to be just through the roof expensive, right? So I'm hoping we can pick him up as a red pick. There are a lot of good players this week in terms of red picks. I'm tempted, to do a draft, but I won't have time to finish it today, so I'm tempted to just build it. But then I'm just taken away from objectives, because I want to play objectives, right? And I do need to play rivals tonight, so it would be stupid doing a draft. I just want to build one. Yesterday I did this, so I finished the championship off 5 of 5. It only took me 5 games to do it as well. I mean, I've shown you the clips at the beginning. If you're struggling to beat legendary AI, my advice would be
Don't worry about subbing in defenders. Don't worry about subbing in midfielders to a degree. If you've got a 2-striker formation, which I would recommend against the AI, sub in 2 strikers. What I did, I played a 4-1-2-2 like I normally do. Subbed in 2 strikers and subbed in a cam. So you've got just a really good attacking front 3. And I've just played against the easiest teams possible. You know, you get those teams. Can I just show you? You get those teams where you've got like 64. This was it. So let's view the squad. I mean, you get them. You get at least one of them every set. So just play it and just don't be afraid. Just go refresh it and find another one, and then do that 5 times, and it's easy. I mean, that team there, he's got a left mid defence and a striker in goal. He's got a goalkeeper on the right wing, and 2 centre backs as strikers. I mean, it was the easiest game ever. I'd scored. You just saw the clips. What did I score? Like 4 or 5 in the first half. I was literally just watching something. I think I was watching a film. What was I watching? The Arrival. Very confusing film, but it was good. Yeah, I was just watching that while playing, and we've managed to pick it up. This team right here, I will use and play world class against, because the other requirements are just world class. So now we can play against like this on legendary with a championship team. I could do it, but it would require a little bit more concentration, because you've got Willian in there. You've got a relatively, I wouldn't say strong bench, but you've got some players that can come off and cause trouble. And Steven Gerrard as the manager is always going to cause you problems. And of course, Philippe Anderson's a great card. So as soon as they get the ball, with the Willians and the Andersons, they can punish you if you're not paying attention and maybe you're not great at the game. So yeah, maybe just play those on world class, do the other ones, and then do that type of team on legendary. And in these, I mean, that looks easy, but that can be tricky if you don't really, if you don't have the confidence and you're not that great against playing against the AI. Maybe just skip that. There's no shame in it. Doesn't matter. Just move on to the next one. I will play that on world class, and I'll do that on world class. These, you might as well just leave them alone. There's no point. Jamie Vardy's going to tear you to pieces if you're not great at the game. To be fair, I just want an easy life. I'll probably skip that. Yeah, they're all sort of mixed, like balance, attack, and defense and things. But yeah, by the time rewards roll around, incidentally, for these, I mean, we can't look at last week's points, but the amount of squad battles I'm going to have to play this week to get the tokens, it would not surprise me if I finished in the elite sort of area. I'd be happy to finish in elite. What are we saying? So let's just assume we can finish elite 3. That gives us 2 25k packs, 12k coins, and a 35k pack to go with our 2 25k pre-order packs. Monday could be a good day. We might even finish higher than that. Who knows? Who knows? But that being said, we've just slipped down into rank 3 for rivals. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to do a draft, but I need to play rivals today because I need to make sure that we're finishing in rank 2. I don't want to be finishing in rank 3 when there's some sexy things on the go. A 50k pack and a 35k together with my gold 3 rewards and maybe any other SBC that they drop tonight. Maybe another League SBC that we can sort of start tucking into or something. I want as many packs on the best packs I can, because road to the final cards are desirable. There's quite a few of them that I wouldn't mind getting. And of course, those Team of the Week cards. There's quite a lot of those that I wouldn't mind getting as well. But that is going to do it for today's episode. I apologise if it's shorter than normal. I apologise if it's just me talking absolute nonsense for 20 minutes or so. And if I've annoyed anyone with my, I would say negative comments, but they're not negative, are they? I've tried to be as positive as possible. But yeah, if I've annoyed anyone, I apologise. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then do me a favour and hit the like button. Let me know in the comments, right? What red picks are you hoping for this week? Obviously, we know there's a Messi and there's a Lewandowski in there, but if you had to be realistic, what 1 or 2 players, wherever you finished, would you be happy with from that Team of the Week? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.